What if I told you that one family has made over $3.5 billion just from being in the White House? And they're not even trying to hide it anymore. This story will shock you, but it's all documented and real. In this video, we will discuss one of the most explosive financial stories in American politics. We're going to break down exactly how the Trump family has turned the presidency into a massive money-making machine. And before you think this is just another political hit piece, everything I'm about to tell you comes from official government documents, financial disclosures, and public records. Stay tuned, because what comes next will surprise you even more. Let's start at the beginning. Back in January 2017, when Trump first became president, his lawyer made a public promise. She said the Trump family would never do anything that could be perceived to be exploitative of the office of the presidency. They promised to avoid conflicts of interest and put America first. Well, as you're about to see, that promise didn't last long. First up, let's talk about Mar-a-Lago. This isn't just Trump's weekend retreat, it's become a cash cow unlike anything we've ever seen. Before Trump ran for president in 2016, Mar-a-Lago was making about $10 million a year. But here's where it gets interesting. Once Trump became a serious presidential candidate, everything changed. The membership fees started skyrocketing. In 2016, it cost $100,000 to join. But after Trump won the election, he kept raising the price. By last fall, that initiation fee had jumped to a whopping $1 million. Think about that. 10 times more expensive just because the owner became president. But wait, there's more. The annual revenue at Mar-a-Lago exploded from $10 million to $50 million. Meanwhile, the operating costs stayed roughly the same. When you do the math, Trump's presidencies have brought him at least $125 million in extra profits just from this one club. If Mar-a-Lago was a jackpot, the Middle East was a winning lottery ticket. The Arab rulers in countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar aren't just heads of state. They're also major real estate investors, and they've been throwing money at the Trump family like it's going out of style. Here's the biggest bombshell. Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, got a $2 billion investment from Saudi Arabia for his private equity firm. $2 billion. And here's the kicker. Saudi investment advisors unanimously said this was a bad idea. They called Kushner inexperienced and said the deal looked like a payoff. But the Saudi crown prince overruled them anyway. Even if Kushner's investments completely fail, his firm will make $810 million over 10 years just in management fees. That's like getting paid hundreds of millions for potentially doing nothing. But the Saudi money doesn't stop there. The Trump Organization has signed a blitz of new deals in the Middle East since Trump's re-election. They're building Trump-branded hotels, golf courses, and residential projects in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, and Qatar. These deals are worth an estimated $105 million in profits. Here's what's really crazy. For decades, the Trump family tried and failed to get these kinds of deals in the Persian Gulf. But suddenly, after Trump becomes president, everyone wants to do business with them. Coincidence? You decide. Speaking of the Middle East, here's something that sounds like it came from a movie. The Emir of Qatar gave Trump a free Boeing 747 worth about $150 million. Trump says it's for the American people while he's president. But after he leaves office, it goes to his Presidential Library Foundation, which is controlled by his family. The Qataris were so worried about this looking like a bribe that they asked for written confirmation that Trump requested the plane, not them. Even they knew how bad this looked. Now we get to the newest and perhaps most shocking part of the story: cryptocurrency. The Trump family has gone all in on crypto, and they're making money hand over fist. They started with something called World Liberty Financial, selling crypto tokens to investors. The twist? Only non-Americans could legally buy them, which raises all sorts of red flags. But after Trump's re-election, the money started pouring in. They've raised over $550 million, and the Trump family gets to keep about 75% of that. Then there's Trump Media, the company behind Truth Social. Instead of trying to make their social media platform profitable, they did something genius. They converted it into a crypto investment fund. They raised over $2 billion and bought massive amounts of Bitcoin. Trump's stake in all that crypto and cash? About $1.3 billion. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. 3 days before Trump's second inauguration, he launched his own cryptocurrency called Dollar Trump. Not a real investment, not backed by anything, just a digital token with his name on it. Within 3 weeks, this meme coin generated $314 million in sales. Add in trading fees, and the Trump family made about $350 million from what is essentially digital merchandise with Trump's face on it. They even threw a dinner party where people had to buy millions of dollars worth of Dollar Trump tokens just to attend. Trump showed up for 30 minutes, gave a short speech, and left in his helicopter. But people paid fortunes just for that brief moment with the president. Here's another shocking revenue stream: lawsuit settlements from major corporations. After Trump's re-election, companies started settling his lawsuits for huge amounts. ABC News paid $15 million. Meta paid $22 million. CBS paid $16 million. These were lawsuits that legal experts said had no chance of winning, but suddenly companies were writing big checks. Why? Because fighting the President of the United States in court isn't exactly a fair fight when he controls government regulations that affect your business. It's not just Trump making money. His sons Donald Jr. and Eric have launched their own ventures. They started an exclusive club in Washington, D.C. called Executive Branch, charging up to $500,000 just to join. They've gotten involved in private equity, Bitcoin mining, and various other businesses that all somehow tie back to their father's political power. Even Melania got in on the action. Amazon paid her $40 million for a documentary about her return to the White House. Netflix and Apple wouldn't even bid. But Amazon, which receives billions in government contracts, was happy to pay top dollar. When you add it all up, the Mar-a-Lago profits, the Middle East deals, the crypto empire, the corporate settlements, and everything else, the Trump family has made an estimated $3.4 billion from Trump's time in office. That's a billion with a B. To put that in perspective, that's more money than most countries' entire annual budgets. It's more than what most Fortune 500 companies make in profit each year. Now, you might be thinking, so what? Rich people are going to be rich, right? But here's why this is different and why it matters. When a president makes billions from foreign governments and corporations while in office, it creates massive conflicts of interest. Did those Middle East deals influence Trump's foreign policy decisions? Did the corporate settlements affect his regulatory policies? When the president's family is getting paid by foreign governments and major corporations, can he really put America's interests first? These aren't just theoretical questions. We're talking about real money changing hands while real policy decisions are being made that affect millions of Americans and people around the world. Look, regardless of your politics, this story should concern every American. The presidency isn't supposed to be a get-rich-quick scheme. When the highest office in the land becomes a personal ATM, it undermines the entire democratic system. What's most shocking isn't just the amount of money, it's how open and brazen it all is. The Trump family isn't even trying to hide it anymore. They're actively promoting these deals and celebrating the profits. Whether you see this as smart business or corruption on a historic scale, one thing is clear: the Trump family isn't hiding it. They're bragging about it. So what do you think? Is this the ultimate hustle or the ultimate betrayal? Let me know in the comments. And if this deep dive opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories the mainstream won't tell you. Thanks for watching, and remember, in a world full of noise, the truth is worth fighting for.